Listen, really, I thank you all for coming. It's a great audience. You know, I play that really to get across one point, which is the fact that I am belligerent. How many law students are in here? 2. Wow. Hey, that's great, because it's something. Perhaps I need your help. My belligerence is intelligent. I fight to win. And if I can't win, I don't fight. If you should slap me in my face and disrespect my mother, God bless her, I'm not hitting you back. I will not resist you. Because you must be a fool, because I'll never give you reason to hit me. I'm not coming down to your level. So I will not fight the incorrect fight. Yes? I'll come back to that a little later. So you have the one thing that is probably the most challenging to abide by, which is Rudyard Kipling's If. He states, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired of waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with the crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose a common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can forgive, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, you're the man. If you can abide by that, you don't need anything in your life. Everybody will like you, love you, respect you. If you can follow these tenets, these words, they're not mine, but they work. I say this because truth is, it's great. Truth is great. There's kindness in truth. There's humility in truth. There's dignity in truth. Truth is integrity. This, above all things, is the sweetest of them all. Love is truth. So I spoke about belligerence. I'm trying to actually keep away from this particular subject matter until I get past examples of truth and how it makes you whole and allows you to get through life in the most economical way. It never fails, can't fail. But the world, and with all its ways, will try and steer you in the easier directions. And the easier directions will always fail you and make you foul. This path that I spoke of, Rudyard Kipling's essay or letter to his son, it's tough. It's tough. If you think a fight is tough, it has nothing on living this path that he speaks of. But it's a great path. You live by this path, you will not do drugs. You'll stay away from damaging yourself and others. It also, I suppose, indirectly teaches you to be considerate. Teaches you to be kind. To be considerate and to be kind is tough. It's really tough. See, okay, you can be that way, but to enact consideration, to enact kindness, is tough. You've got to be great to do a kind act. It takes greatness to do a kind act. You think of someone who has, I don't know, sleep in their eyes or a bogie in their nose. They don't know. It takes courage to actually say to them, hey, clean your nose. It takes courage. So then it takes a type of greatness to have the courage to actually spell that out to the person. Yes? If you should notice that someone is intellectually bullying another, it takes great courage. See, you're being kind if you would tell the intellectual bully to stop doing what he or she is doing. It takes courage to tell them. A lot of people say, nothing to do with me. Why? Because they don't have the courage to do something which is great. I was saying to someone yesterday, if a philanthropist has $1 billion and he says, you know what? I want to take £500 million of my money and I want to give it to this particular cause. That does not make him great. It's easy to do that. Do you understand? You're not going to get anywhere in your lives if you're not willing to step forward and take that courageous step. Coming here, learning all what you are learning, to go out there and apply it is going to take courage, greatness. Do you see? So I'm a fighter. So whenever I've seen someone being bullied intellectually or physically in the street, I have intervened. Not to intimidate the bully, but to explain why he's wrong or she's wrong. Not to hit. I don't hit people. I am the most non-violent person you'll ever meet. Here, outside of the ring. In the ring, I'll be the most vicious, ferocious. I'll have integrity. You'll have to kill me to win. That's a tough man to beat. Because I'm not fighting for money, I'm fighting for honor. I'm fighting for truth. I'm fighting to protect my grade as a warrior. Yeah, I know I sound... What is this guy about? We just saw him knock people out here and he's talking like this. Yes, boxing is maybe a metaphor for life. Good metaphor. Out here in the world, it's a fight. And there are rules, just like you have in the ring. What am I getting to? I suppose the rules will sometimes ask you to take the easy route out. In the last instance where I got knocked down in a particular fight, it's a fight I couldn't win. I had been beaten by this particular fellow, Michael Watson, for 8 of 11 rounds. It was a 12-round fight, a world championship fight. So from 1, 2, and 3, we drew. From 4 to 11, he beat me from pillar to post, battered me. At the end of the 11th round, I succumbed to the punishment. And I was momentarily concussed and went down. In a fight I couldn't win, why did I get up? I got up because it was the right thing to do. That's integrity, that's truth. And that inspires people, and that honors your father's name, as you are custodians of your father's name. So it means you should do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. The next day you can look at yourself in the mirror. As you go in life, you can look at your children and say, look, this is like this. You are then a person of genuine worth to you. When you are a person of genuine worth to yourself, you are a person of genuine worth to whoever you should come into contact with. So they say to me, what do you speak about? I don't even know what I speak about. I speak about this, truth. I speak about the individual. It's not to do with anyone else, it's you. You're in a race all by yourself. You're not competing with anybody else but you. So be true, because if you're not true, the ass kicking you're gonna get. You know, the ass kicking life gives you, it's got nothing on what your parents used to do. If your parents used to smack you, I mean, I'm coming from a Jamaican background, so we got the belt. But let me tell you, you don't do what's true, the ass kicking that life will give you, you're never going to live that down. You know, I say to my kids, listen, stay over in the green. Don't come over to the red. When they come over to the orange, near the red, I give them the belt, I give them my hand, I give them punishments. That's only to keep them away from the red. You see, because when a child passes 17, 18 years old, when you go past the red, that's alcohol, that's drugs, that's prostitution, that's prison, that's crime. It's only to keep you away, the cane and the belt is only to keep you away from the red. Because past the red, I can't help you. When you're dealing with the police, when you're dealing with a life which is you with me? Yeah? So truth always keeps you on track. Do not be concerned with what others are doing. Make sure that you're right. You see, there's a story actually that reminds me of Mandela's speech. He said, and within this it makes reference to why you should be a particular or why you should be a particular way. Because when you are this way, then you inspire others by your behavior. It says, and this is far more powerful than what you hear, but you'd have to study this and then look into visualization and vibration of your spirit. These are things that you can't concentrate on now, I'm sure, because you are learning your trades. It starts and it says, our deepest fear isn't that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, talented, fabulous, and gorgeous? Well, actually, who are you not to be? After all, you are a child of God. The universe cannot be served by your playing small. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking, so others around you won't feel insecure. We were born to make manifest the glory of God which is within us. And when we let our own light shine, we unconsciously allow others to do the same. And in liberating ourselves from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. So, these are not my words. This is Mandela's speech. Be true to you, because in being true to yourself, you will teach others by example. So again, what am I talking about? I'm talking about kindness. It's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing to be kind. To be kind and then to be magnanimous about being kind. Oh, well, I'm sure you do it for me. Always be kind. Do I now go on to this topic? These two law students. Okay, look. I was brought up and I sensed from the community at large that I should protect the small man. I should fight for the weak. I should highlight the plight of people in less fortunate positions than myself. This is what I believed the society wanted from me. And I wanted to become this. I wanted to please Mrs. Jones, silver-haired lady, when I was, 9 years old. I wanted to please the teachers, and I wanted to be that upstanding youngster, kid, that grew into a man. Well, I did just that. They told me to help people. They told me, help the old lady across the road. Someone loses something and they don't know they've lost it. If you see it, give it back to them. Be kind. Give. Okay. So in every single regard I can think of since I was a kid, I've been doing just this. What happened in 2003? Now we get to the point. The law students. There was an invasion of Iraq. Tony Blair justified or articulated and justified the invasion of Iraq. I'm a fighter. Not only am I a fighter, I'm a world champion or a former world champion. So this is going on, so I see people being bullied. I should point out that I got suspended 18 times from one school in 1 year and then expelled. Why? For protecting kids who were being bullied. I was sent to another school, Peckham Manor. Within 4 weeks, I had been suspended 5 times for protecting kids who were being bullied. If you fight, you're out, whether you're right or wrong. Even though I knew I would get the strap when I got home, it didn't matter. I was doing the right thing. So democracy is what they are impressing upon me at this time. Fair play for all, yes? So, at this time I was driving a truck, believe it or not. A truck, okay. I was born with a certain amount of swag. It's a term, do you know what the term means? It's a nonchalance, it's, it's like something, cool. So I thought it was swag to buy a truck. I bought this rig, 7.5 tons, beautiful. Oh, I'm still in love with it now. It all inspires me. Okay. On the back of this particular vehicle, 2003, I put a sign which said, Tony Blair, George Bush, military occupation causes terrorism. I went and parked it outside Downing Street, locked the doors, and got onto the horn, which is the second loudest thing to a foghorn on a ship. Very loud. They had no choice but to arrest me. If I don't get arrested, it's just an incident. Getting arrested, it made first item of news around the world. Chris Eubank protesting outside Downing Street. What am I doing? I'm highlighting the plight of the Iraqis. I'm highlighting the plight of people in less fortunate positions. People are being killed. Policy. And how could I not do that? I couldn't be an accomplice to it by keeping quiet. I felt like a punk because of my grain. As a kid, I didn't go to cooking class. I wasn't interested in drama or music. To me, it was like, I can't do that. There's nothing manly about that. It was just the type of kid I was. You know, I was out there, and the most important thing was like making sure that everybody kind of behaved themselves. Don't bully anybody. Fair play. That was my thing. So I grew up to be the same man. Just sidetrack just slightly. Today, the biggest rock stars in the world are the cooks, the chefs. What's their names? Come on, what's their names? The chefs. Who?
Jamie Oliver.
Oh, mate, like gods. You know, drama class, the actors. You know, you go into a movie, these guys are like, and there's me, stupid old me, huh? I go and box. I want to fight everyone and protect the weak and... Did I choose the wrong trade? No, I didn't. I am what I am. Thank you.